much better. We got 12 million more votes. But in 2020, if you think, I couldn't talk about the border. I said, but I want to talk about the border. And these geniuses over here, some of them here, some of them are back because they've heard this before. So they figured they'll go back and do something. But all of my great geniuses said, sir, I'm sorry, you can't talk about the border because you fixed it. It's totally fixed. And I noticed that when I used to get standing ovations when I mentioned the border. And then in 2020, I got no ovations. I said, the border is fixed. Oh, because they took it for granted. I said, this isn't right. I said, maybe I shouldn't have fixed it. You know, I should have taken it nice and easy. But now I get, I've never seen anything like it, because this is what's happened right now is an invasion of our country by almost a military force. You could say maybe worse. You know, we're losing through the border. We're losing, I think 300,000 people a year. You know, they like to say 90, and it's been 90 for about 20 years, right? They just keep saying 90. I think the numbers are much, and families are being destroyed. You all know people with somebody who's either been lost or very, very sick with drug addiction and drug abuse, and most of that comes right through the southern border. For the most part, the southern border. The northern border is not so hot either. They're starting to use that, but now they went back. They started to use it a little bit with me, and we shut it off because they couldn't get through the southern border. But now they're all back at the southern border because all you have to do is walk into the country, and that's it. You know, you walk in like it's not even believable. They just had, I think they said 300,000 people over the last 2 months, which is a number that nobody's ever even heard of. We had it down to almost nothing, and all this guy had to do is go to the beach. You know, he likes the beach. You saw that. He'd go to the beach, he'd sit in the sand, and it didn't. To me, if I was his campaign manager, I wouldn't advise it because he couldn't get his feet out of the sand. He could barely lift his feet. He couldn't lift the chair, which is about 6 ounces. It's meant for a child to lift for their grandparents. And it'd be dragging the chair along. The thing weighs like 6 ounces. It's actually meant for a child to take it for their grandparents. That's what, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. It sounds good to me, but it's not exactly heavy, and he could barely lift it. And, you know,